Monique Williams on embarking on Lovers Weekend. It is Valentine's Day Eve, and I'm so excited because I have a special treat, a gift for my baby over here. I always shout him out when I do extra toppings, so now he is here in the flesh with me. This is my Valentine's gift that he allowed me to put him on and record everything he says so that if anything he try to backtrack, I'm gonna show him I'm gonna be like, let's go to the videotape because you said
Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day, babe. You gonna give me a kiss at the end on screen?
We on video right now.
Oh man. So, yes, speaking to the mic.
Yes.
So, okay, so, this is what I do, and I love what I do. But I always have these conversations with you at home, on the phone, on, FaceTiming or whatever the case is.
Yes, always.
And I think that you really would be good at doing this. So, this is your interview.
I'm quiet.
And I'm trying to figure out if I'm going to bring you on as my co-host for either. So make sure you do it right.
Yes.
So we're going to talk about the fact that, and you titled the show Venus and Mars. And, we are complementary as a couple. It's not just about us, but we are complementary as a couple. But we have some differences. And our differences aren't just because we're male and female. Our differences go into our signs of Aries and Taurus. But let's take it back to the very beginning. When you are first interested in a woman, right?
Yes.
And you decide that you're going to take her out.
Yes.
What are some important questions that you think should be asked on a first date?
Well, you definitely have to have interest in each other. Attraction, beliefs, foundation. For me, you have to believe, like you have to have a higher power. I'm a Christian. I believe in God. If you say you were atheist, I'm out.
Okay, so that's a deal breaker right there.
That's you're out. I'm getting up out off the table, off the chair, and I'm out. Like
So you think that you would like to have a God-fearing woman as your counterpart?
Of course.
So if you're just on a first date, though, are you really looking to? Are you gonna take out a girl that you're not interested in a long-term situation with?
Well, at the age that I'm at right now,
Right.
no, I'm not playing around. Like if I'm interested in a woman, it's for the long term. It's like, you know, as a younger man, you're not ready to settle down. Well, I was taught through my father, uncles. You have to experience life, women, relationships. But as you get older, you want certain things. For me, I want a good relationship.
So out of the pie of a relationship, what are your important pieces of the pie? And you don't have to necessarily say in priority order, but you said attraction, right?
Yes, you have to have good energy. Energy attracts energy. Like, if you have bad energy, like, I deal with energy, as you know. If you have bad energy, like, I can't deal with it. Because I already have my own extra energy. Like, we abuse ourselves all the time. So I abuse myself. So how can I deal with a woman that I'm going to get more abuse?
So when you say abuse yourself in what way? Like,
Oh, it's just on the everyday living. First of all, we're black men. We have abuse on a daily basis at work because you have to prove your worth, your work ethic. So then now I have to deal with, and no disrespect, black women. First of all, y'all strong. Like y'all are Earth. Y'all like 100% black women. Like y'all the Earths. But some of y'all have that extra, extra. And you're not, and I don't want to say breakable, but you just hard. Rigid. That's the word. Rigid.
So, okay. All right. So we're covering a lot of stuff. So you sit down with a woman and you're attracted to her. She tells you she tells you that she has morals, she has values. Um,
Yes. But also,
mhm,
time is of the essence because in both parties, male, female, they could tell you a whole bunch of things.
mhm.
But as time goes on, you get to learn a person because, you know, we all have been Bullwinkled. Like they give you this big picture. Like they're like Picasso. Like, man, I got the right one. 6 months down the line, you like, I'm out.
I think six
I'm
months is
out.
where you really start to like.
It could be
The,
a month. You be like,
well, what
nah.
are some things? Okay, so we have all the memes about the lashes. You know, women don't realize
Can,
that what they
please,
look
let's
like.
not even go there.
What?
Please
What?
stop. Because y'all black women are doing too much. Please stop. And then first thing y'all say, oh, I want a real man. But you got fake eyelashes, you got fake fingernails, you got fake hair. And don't know, look, I got sisters, I got aunts. No disrespect, sisters. But yo, you got to tone it down. Like, oh my
So
God.
what? Okay, so when we're going out, if we're going out and we want to do a little extra,
There's nothing wrong with that.
so
That's
but you
beautiful.
just don't want somebody every day that has to put makeup on when she wakes up in the morning. You know, I mean, and then I know. Listen, men have different preferences,
Why do
so
we
I'm
have to
not.
go to the movies and like you're going to church or you're going to a prom? Why? You can't go in sweatpants
Okay,
and look beautiful, look
I'm
natural?
glad you brought
Why
that
do you
up.
have to go wear a full length fur mink to the movies? Like really? Do you like have to?
Well, this is the thing. A lot of times we are trying because of such of all of the distractions. We're trying to keep our man's attention on us. So we know that.
Wearing a mink to the movie theater?
Well, you're. I mean, that's just you're just exaggerating. I'm saying you don't want a woman that's gonna put on bedroom slippers and walk to you and to the movies. You're gonna be like, "What are
No,
you doing?"
no.
So we have to. We want to seem like we're always on a first date when we go out with you
But
because we feel like sometimes you guys get too comfortable with us. You know, you get too comfortable and we don't want to seem like with a couch with the fixtures in the room. We still want you to look at us the way that you looked at us on the first date.
okay, but that goes back to attraction, energy. Like when you both have the same energy, it's like yo, it's like okay, they say opposites attract, and you know to a certain extent, you gotta be like it's like two people coming together as one, like
Right.
you mesh.
Yeah.
So
So some of
you
your qualities you're
have to be
going
the
to,
same.
and some have to be different
Yes. Well,
because you have to complement each other.
yes, yes,
Because
yes,
what I'm
yes.
lacking, you should be able to fulfill. Not you, whatever I may struggle with, you that might be a strong point for you to help me,
Yes, for sure,
and vice versa.
for sure.
So, I mean, all of these things are not going to happen overnight.
No, but sometimes the energy is that good where it happens quicker than others. Sometimes it's a struggle, and sometimes it isn't.
Okay, so let's talk about appearance. You just said, why do we have to dress up to go to the movie? So there was a discussion post put up. A girl is in a picture with her man. She has a different hairstyle. She comes home, all her hair is cut off. It says, should a woman discuss with her man first before she makes a drastic change in her appearance?
Mm,
Because what if you, as a woman, you don't like your hair or you're not happy with your weight? Some men like bigger women. Some men like thinner women. What if the woman herself isn't happy with the appearance that you like and she changes it?
but babe, that's also on communication, how their communication is with one another.
Yeah, but should she
Um,
ask? Should she say
yes,
something?
if she loves her man and her man loves her, or if they're like vibing like that, of course they're gonna communicate about everything. Because we just was talking about pillow talk. Like cats, like all cats. I don't care who you are, OG, whatever. You run your mouth. All men, if with their girls, like solid, they woman, their wives, and y'all loving up on each other. Yo, we got pillow talk. Because at the end of the day, a woman is your best friend at the end of the day because you just want to, when you get in the bed, you just want to sigh. You're like, the day's over. What's up, babe?
So how does that tie into when y'all say we talk too much? Sometimes women don't know when to
That's a
be quiet.
difference. That's a difference. That's a total different situation. Like that. Okay, and this is why it's Venus and Mars because we're two totally different people. We have two different brains. We think totally different, but we try to come to one accord to understand one another.
Right.
But pillow talk is something totally different than when we suggest something for y'all to do. And it also comes from a black woman has to be strong. She may have been single for a minute and she has to do everything, or it could be she's venomous, or she doesn't have trust because she's been dealing with yo-yos or cats that's not worthy. But then she puts it on other men. But it's what you chose. You choose the cats that you deal with or the yo-yos. So then, when you find a cat that comes by, or finally you have a relationship, and he means well from the heart, and he wants to do good for his woman. He wants the relationship to succeed. Sometimes it's hard for a breakthrough because she's so strong-minded that she can't trust in his word. But it's written. It says, like, a God-fearing man, the woman is supposed to follow, but that's a difference also too. A God-fearing man, a brother that wants to do good when he's tired of what he used to be or what he wants to settle down.
Okay, but a lot of times we are your ally, but because of the stress that you guys go, because yeah, I think that a woman, whatever she's going through, is going to have to, if she's going to allow herself to love again and receive love and keep love, she's going to have to be strong enough to separate her past from her present.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
easier
you
said
can.
than done, though, babe.
It is easier said
See,
than
you're
done.
saying that, but we have to be honest with ourselves as people, black people, because I love my people. Yo, we are so behind, but it's because of us. We're in our own way. It's women are pointing a finger at men. Oh, he ain't this, he ain't that. Always pointing a finger. And women, forgive me. You might be looking at me like, oh, I can't stand him or whatever. What are you talking about? No, I'm being 100.
But
I'm trying to school y'all right now. Yo, stop pointing a finger. Because when two people come together, it's a two-way street.
All right,
it's not
so then I'm going to give my take on it, because just like you said, a woman that has trust issues or has gone through a lot of stuff. Yeah, do we need to take a commercial break?
No, keep pushing. Keep pushing.
Don't do that. You're trying to make me forget what I was trying to. See? You trying not to let me say what I'm supposed to say.
No, this is your thing. Like, honestly, I'm quiet. I'm shy. I want to be behind the crowd. Like, I'm really reaching.
But
today,
babe, you
boy.
got some
but
good. You have
look,
some good
I'm
stuff
here.
to say. I know,
I'm
babe.
here,
You
like,
going? I got
would
something
never.
for you. Don't you worry.
I'm not
right?
like.
But listen. So, true.
What?
Women have to see a good man for what he is when she has one. But on the other hand, the man, like you said, who has stresses on the outside, we're here for you. And a lot of times we are your punching bag, not physically.
Yeah, but
because they say the person that's closest to you is the one that's going to bear the brunt of your frustration.
Okay, but I also said a man. Like, after a certain time, a brother look in the mirror and be like, yo, look, I got to take it easy. Like, I got to get my stuff together. But when you got a solid woman,
I'm glad you said that.
Sometimes you'd be like, yo, okay, like, come on, let's be 100. Sometimes I'm a handful. But sometimes I'll be like,
I was trying to keep it general. I mean, I'm not being specific.
Well, it's us.
So,
we're here. I'm being 100.
So
I'm 100
you're hitting on
times.
some good things. So, I had put up a post the other day that my cousin sent me that said a woman cannot change a man because of the love she has for him. He has to change because of the love he has
Bring
for
it up
her.
and read it. Make
And
sure
that's
it's
what
okay.
and you begged to disagree with that.
That's a false statement.
Okay, why is it a false statement?
Could you
Don't
please
break
bring
up
that
the
up?
studio,
Can you
man.
can you,
Like,
can you
damn.
please bring that up? Because like I just want to, you know, um, it was a false statement.
Okay, a
And
lot of times a woman can do
please bring that
everything
up.
and bend over backwards
Please
to
bring that
make
up.
a man. You can't make somebody love you by loving them. You can't love somebody into loving you. I don't need to bring it
That's
up.
not a true statement. If a man is in a relationship with a woman
Mhm.
and he loves her,
Mhm.
it's a lot of things that he will stop doing because he loves her, and you know that. Like that's not a true statement. See, we can't curse on here, right?
I
No.
mean,
Babe, can I curse on here?
do you need to curse?
Yeah,
What do you
because
need to curse for?
because like that's on some bullshit. These memes, yo, this social
No,
media,
listen, we're
this
not gonna go
Facebook
there. We're
stuff.
not gonna go there.
Yo, it's the devil. Like,
All right,
yo,
now you. All right, let's stick to
read
the
it. Let's
topic.
read it. Let's read it.
I can't find it.
But it's a false statement. There's a
Why?
lot of cats out here changed
Oh, I know where
because
to
the
find it
woman
at.
was solid.
Okay.
There's cats out here. There's women out here, and
Okay.
I know, and I'm around it,
Uh-huh.
that made men kings. Made men kings because cats ran the street. They was tired. They done ran through. They're like,
See,
you know
but
what?
you just said they was tired.
No, but no, and I'm not saying in the manner of tired. They
'Cause
just became okay. Let me rewind and take that back. Not tired. They were to the next level of manhood because there's different levels of manhood. Even if, like, I can't speak for a woman because I'm not a woman. I'm 100 man. But there's different levels to manhood.
Yes, you
So
are,
you get to a different level where you be like, you know what?
babe.
I'm not chasing no more. I done had it all. It's because
So-
really it's overrated. I can't say the word, but it's overrated. It's overrated. It's overrated. And there's cats that will chase it their whole life and they'll be behind the 8 ball. Then you got cats
Well,
that's
it's
solid.
not okay.
It's overrated, babe.
Is it better if you care for the woman? Does that make it better?
Let's go back to the topic of that
All right.
meme or whatever it was.
All right.
It's a false statement that a man cannot change
Okay.
dealing with a woman.
All right. So,
It's a false statement.
all right. So, what about this one? Okay. Relationships include fights, jealousy, arguments, faith, tears, disagreements, but a real relationship fights through all that with love. Can love conquer all? Because I think that most women believe that love conquers
What's
all.
love got to do with it?
Most men, because men are more practical than women, it comes down to dollars and cents with men, and with women it comes down to the heart beating and
Babe,
how somebody makes you feel.
we talk about this all the time. That's not a true statement. Cass be out here shattered. Like I told you, I'm shattered. And I did it for myself. I did it to myself.
I don't know what you're talking about,
Okay,
man.
like see,
Like,
she's
I'm
gonna be like,
trying-
oh no,
you
not
know what?
me.
This is the thing.
I guess you want to
This is
keep
the thing.
it. You want to keep it.
Because if I was going this deep, people
No,
like, why you got to talk
no,
about
no,
that?
No, because
I'm trying to keep it on the surface,
women,
babe.
No, because
Like,
okay, let's keep
I'm
it to the
just
surface.
happy that you're here.
Let's keep it to the surface. Women think that men don't want to love. That's a false. That's false.
All right, so men really want to be in love.
Some.
I mean, overall, men don't have a problem being in love, but how come on the eve of Valentine's Day? See, I'm good with segues. I really am. So men want to be in love, but when you be like, babe, it's a holiday coming, it's Valentine's Day, and a lot of times a man on various occasions, oh, I don't celebrate Christmas. That's just for the man. Oh, not the man, but the man created these holidays for y'all to spend money, and that's how y'all look at it. And y'all say, "Oh, I love you every day,
But
babe."
it's fake.
But it's the day that it's the
fake.
day. Who's
Okay,
Valentine's Day
Okay,
for?
women. Let me ask y'all something.
They can't answer you, but I
Okay,
can.
okay, babe. Would you rather me treat you like it's Christmas every day, or would you rather have me treat you and run you through the muck, and on Christmas I come to you and I give you everything? It means
That's not.
nothing.
You shouldn't do either. You shouldn't do either.
No,
that's why does it have to be to one extreme or the other?
No. And what I'm
It's
saying
on
is,
those special days. Okay.
Christmas is fictitious.
Let me answer the question.
No,
Because we're not talking about Christmas.
do you want a white man coming down your chimney?
I don't tell my kids that it's a white man coming down the chimney.
Okay, but what I'm saying is it's fictitious. So men, we're warriors. Like we're not okay. For the men that are married and have families, you're out there on the grind, hustling, want to make everything right for your family, for your kids. Do you really? And it's, like some get into it, but overall they really,
But it's not. I don't
Venus
teach.
and Mars.
I don't
Venus
teach
and
my
Mars.
kids that. So I would never give credit to
Yes.
white man
Yes,
when I'm
yes.
working and we
Yes.
coming. We
Yes.
put it together for the kids.
But
But what I'm saying, you're not maybe listening to. You're not listening, babe.
yes, okay, let me listen. All right.
Listen to me.
Yes, listen. Yes.
Okay. Why? Just because this is a man created thing,
Mm-hmm.
does it have to be where black men have to rebel against it because the system, instead of understanding that this is what's meaningful for your woman, and why not just enjoy the celebration?
Oh, well, it's nothing wrong with that. I'm not like, it's nothing wrong with that, honestly. But
Because the memories that you're creating on a daily basis, right, are memories that you like. It's not like something special happens and your woman is gonna be like, "Oh, that doesn't matter today because it's not Valentine's Day." It's not that. What it is that we will remember because we remember everything.
yes,
We're gonna remember
for
that.
sure.
Oh, remember Valentine's Day in 2020 when we did this.
For
It's
sure.
just a. It really is a point of reference. It's like when you're traveling, and or you're playing like Monopoly and you put your house on that day on that real estate. It's a marker. It's like a milestone of
Yes,
you
yes.
to record a memorable moment. Just like birthdays.
But yo, Cass
Why
gives
is it
milestones
so-
on a daily basis out here. That's what I'm saying. Like one day, Valentine's Day, it's a pagan holiday. Cass is doing milestones every day.
All right, so do we just ignore that? And I'm not
Like
I'm
every
not in any way
day.
saying that you came at me and said, I don't want to celebrate tomorrow. We're going to see the photograph. I think it's cool that there is a black love movie coming out, for us. We have to, although these things are created, we either have to create our own things or just keep working it like we work it because we put the magic in whatever society does. We have our own twist on it
Babe,
anyway.
I put the magic in it every day. Like
Oh,
every
God.
day. It's not gonna be one day. Like,
All right, so all right. So when
I'm
we
here.
talk about communication and we talk about relationships and fights and jealousy and arguments and tears and disagreements and all of that, sometimes, there is another meme that says black women do not need to go through hell in order to get the prize, like the love at the end of the
Okay,
day.
but there's a lot of black women wanting to go through hell. They're blaming it. I'll never forget. Cat Williams had this. It was he had a show.
I don't
and
know what you mean
he
we
was-
want to go through hell.
Like,
Like, what
there's
do
a-
you
come
mean
on.
we want to
There's
go
a-
through
there's a
hell?
lot
We
of
don't
black
want to go
women-
through hell.
Well, okay. The you cannot be mad if you have a specific type of guy that you like and you keep picking them and then they be venomous. Like you can't
Oh
point the
my
finger.
God. Listen,
Like when people
listen,
point the finger.
This is what I.
Like women out here, like, but yo,
But-
you pick you.
but
See, I
listen,
don't want
the-
to say the word because
but-
you're about to have me say the word.
Listen,
You picked
men.
it and-
Listen.
Yes, I'm listening. What?
The men that dress up and go to corporate America, they're no different. They
saying
just
that.
look different.
I'm
So
not-
you can't say
I'm not-
that
I'm not saying
all
any
men
specific-
don't get down and dirty. It
I'm not
doesn't
saying
matter.
that.
They just do it a different way.
Okay, so how about the women that like thinking that okay, and forgive me, your your sexual preference has nothing to do with me. What about the black women that know that like he gay or he go both ways, but she's still gonna date him because she thinks she can change him? Like, but then she mad. But yo, you can see.
All right, so
you can see.
all right, so your point is it's a valid point because it goes beyond sexuality. What you're saying is that if you see if it barks like a dog, I was gonna say if it barks like a duck. See, that's the thing. It barks, but it's a duck.
What I'm saying,
but you think it's a dog.
What I'm saying,
and then when you realize it's a duck, you done already fell in love with the duck.
You have to.
You thought it was a dog.
You have to take responsibility.
You know how to act a certain way to get what you want.
But you have to. But see, I'm not going to drop the ball. I'll look at myself in the mirror. I'm my worst enemy. I can't blame women for the women that I chose. It's me.
Okay, so you're saying that overall what we do is we lump everybody in a pile.
Yes.
And then when we get something good, we don't know how to recognize it.
No, I'm not saying that. No, I'm not saying that. See,
but if
life is percentages. Some of those percentages are high. That some women they keep choosing the same man. Then they get a brother that's different. They don't know how to deal with him, but they're still venomous. It's different. It's percentages. Like
right. So what all right. So you have sisters, you have aunts, you have cousins.
Hey, I was raised by women.
So what is a big
they
misconception?
Gave me the game. Shout out to the women in my family. Thank you.
What is a big misconception that women have about how to get to a man's heart? Because we heard that we got to cook. We think that we got to look like, because you talked about why do we have dressed up to go to the movie theater. There's so many distractions on a man that women, a lot of times, and I'll be honest, we don't know how to keep a man. We don't know what to do. We try everything from sex to lashes, nails. I mean, whatever. We don't necessarily know what it is that will really keep a man happy. What keeps a man happy?
That also goes back to energy.
See, you're not answering the question.
No. I'm about to break it down to you. I'm about to break it down to you.
Now, you're not going to keep saying,
no.
We need some direct.
I'm going to break it down to you.
I'm here to help these ladies out there because I'm good.
It goes back to energy. It goes back to being, and it's the difference. It's the levels of manhood. And like, you if you got a man that gives it
a man happy.
It's a multiple of things. It's just
not
one thing.
Say some things. I'm not just say. What is it that we don't get?
It could be a smile.
Like,
it could be how the woman carries herself. It could be her shyness. It could be her laughter. It could be her walk down the street. It could be her toes.
Okay.
It could be, it's a multiple of things.
Yes.
It's just not one thing.
Okay. So the problem that we all talk about all the time about the sexes, Venus and Mars, right?
Yes.
Is the fact that communication is such a problem.
Communication is the key.
But it says no relationship can prosper without proper communication, and you can't be the only one communicating. Why does it feel like as women, we're the only ones communicating? You guys don't.
Because you're dealing with boys. That you want an honest answer? Because you're dealing with a boy. That's obvious. Because he can't communicate. Like in school, the teacher said, "Use your words."
Jeff, would you like to add anything?
Like, use your words.
You normally are on the mic. I'm not trying to brush you off tonight. If you want to share,
like you're dealing with a boy. If a man can't tell you 100 what he wants and what he expects, like
okay,
and that should be a telltale sign with women. But she's like, no, I can fix him. No, it's gonna get better. No, if the nigga ain't communicating, like, okay, nothing from nothing. What does that leave, right? So if I was sitting here right now and I was like this, and you're talking. Like nothing from nothing leads nothing.
All right,
so if the boy can't, if the nigga can't communicate, what do you expect from him? So you think that your relationship's going to be roses? If he can't even sit down and politic with you, like, yo, babe, blah, 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 y'all have a good communication level on this, and it don't have to be on the same wavelength, but at least the percentage is almost in the same. Okay, if your percentage is at 90 and my percentage is at 30, do you really think that's going to be a really good relationship? And women are like, no, he's only handling 30%, but I love him. You know why? Because he might be piping your ass down every night. See,
she quiet now.
see, a lot of these women out here is dick whipped, and I'm putting it out there, dick whipped. But he's 30%, and it's okay. It's fine. But don't be mad if he can't communicate, or when he comes home, or y'all dating, or he comes home and he don't want to talk about nothing. He ain't doing nothing. Don't be mad. You dick whipped.
Okay. All right. Yeah, that's a good
He's 100% right. And I just wanted to cut in. He said it. You know what? It goes back to what he said: energy and communication. I understand exactly what he means.
Okay.
If you can't, some people can't communicate. They don't have the ability to. They're not mature
like
enough.
Caveman.
Yeah, they're not mature enough to sit there and have a conversation with a lady.
But she'll be like, "Oh, that's my baby."
They damn sure will.
Because he piping all night, piping in the morning,
Well,
piping.
okay. So as you said, when you get a certain age or maturity level,
Mm-hmm.
I think that goes more for girls too.
What?
That we just want to be piped down.
That's
you
it.
know.
There's women that's 80 years old want to be piped down. Women, yo, fellas, don't get,
I'm just
women,
saying.
you
I
gotta
mean,
pipe your woman down.
I'm not saying you don't have to pipe your woman down. I'm just saying that a lot of women, that's not enough anymore when you're a woman. That's not enough
fictitious.
anymore.
That's fictitious.
That's not enough
and
anymore.
You're being fictitious right now. Because you're a woman. I have
He's right again. He's right again. I just gotta say.
So okay, so all right, so that leads me to another question.
I'm just being 100.
No, I mean, so what you're saying is that
you brought me on here, like don't be.
so basically, this is the idea that nice guys finish last, is what you're really saying. Because what you're saying is that if a man is not knowing how to put it down, it doesn't matter how nice he is, if he holds the door open for you, if he, if he knows that you have a need, if he buys groceries for your family, all those things don't matter if he's not piping you down. Is that what you're really trying to say?
Like, look, sexual, animalistic, energy, all of that is a connection. Like,
so will it keep a relationship together then?
What?
The sex. Will that keep a relationship?
That's a part of the relationship.
It is a part of it. I said, will
sex.
it keep? Of course, you need healthy sex.
Yes, because the days you have an argument, you come home and pipe it down, you quiet her up. She'd be like, "I'm going to sleep. I'm tired." And then in the morning, you're like, "Hey, babe, I love you."
All right. So, oh God.
Like my uncles, my daddy, all of them. Like, boy.
All right, so what else did they instill in you as a man in terms of...
I got to take the fifth on that one. Like, don't I have the right? We're in America. I have to take the fifth. I got to take the fifth. Isn't that the Fifth Amendment?
Why?
Yes, it is. It's the Fifth Amendment.
No, seriously. What is our...
Women are worse than men.
In terms of what?
Just everything. Their game is treacherous. With like Venus and Mars. Like, cats... Okay, first of all, let's be honest.
All right.
Cats really think that their mouthpiece took the panties off. Women be looking at you and be like, "I'm gonna give him some panty tonight." He's like, he making me tingle inside. But cats be like, "Oh, no, yo." She looked at you and she was like, "Yo, he gonna get it."
Okay, that's true. I mean, a lot of times we know who we are going to sleep with and who we're not.
But cats think
it doesn't.
That women.
But listen,
yes.
You can talk yourself right on out of it too. So it doesn't.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
all I'm saying.
No, because if you decide when you first see the man physically, he can get it. but after he opens his mouth, he can talk himself out of it.
Okay,
We're
yes,
not
yes, yes,
that
yes,
like
yes,
no.
yes. But I'm okay. I'm talking about. Let's go back to percentages. Percentages. It's a higher percentage that women already know that she wants to give them some.
Yes, but
we
after she
think
gives him
that
some.
our mouthpiece really it's a double-edged sword because if you come to her wrong, like you just said,
Right.
it'll shut it down. But if you come to her right, she's gonna get that inner feeling, that tingling sensation, and she's gonna be like, I can't wait.
All right. So, do you believe that people with good hearts are always unlucky in relationships?
No, that's another.
Because it seems like, again, when you are genuine, you attract, and you, because you're making it seem like women purposely want to find somebody that's going to give them a hard time.
No, babe,
It's
I'm
not
saying
that.
I'm not
It's
saying
not
that.
that.
Look, I'm by no means am I saying that. By no means, because everybody has a good heart. I want to believe that. It's a higher percentage of people that have a good heart, and I believe there's a higher percentage that people want to have a healthy relationship. You have some people that just want to conquer and destroy, which is nothing wrong with that either.
Right.
If you bag them and tag them for the male or the female, that's I can't. I
So
live in a glass
should
house.
you
I can't
tell-
throw glass stone. I can't throw a stone. I live in a glass house, but
I don't know what that means.
look, I'm not.
Wait. So
I'm
you
not
just
here-
said if you want to bag them and tag them.
Yes.
But you can't say nothing because you live in a glass house.
No, it's not. No, I'm not
Did
saying.
that seem like?
No, what I'm saying is whatever you're doing out there, I'm not judging. We're just having a
We're not
conversation.
judging at all. We're not
I'm just,
judging.
but
We're not judging.
it's in for both male female. If you want to bag them and tag them, it's fine.
But if that's what you want to do you have an obligation to tell the person, or is it up to the other person to figure it out on their own?
no, that's being a responsible person and say, look, I want to have an open relationship. Or
All right.
whatever.
So what happens when you tell the person that, but then you act like they're your man? See, that's where a lot of women we get confused.
because you know why?
Because
You know why? It goes back to it would be like, oh, we just have an open relationship. But when you be snoring and you wake up and you're at work and you can't because you're thinking about him piping it down, then women start, getting emotional.
why do we fall in love?
Because it's women and men, Venus and Mars.
Okay.
Women are totally different than men. Like,
So you guys,
y'all are emotional creatures.
but you said men want to be in love. So what is it? It's like you're contradicting yourself.
No, I'm not.
Because listen,
How am I
women,
contradicting
because we always learn, as I learn, because we are internal and you guys are external, that we absorb all the emotions and you guys get rid of it, right?
myself?
So,
She done went to the health book.
but you just said that a lot of men do want to be in love. They do want to have
We're talking about percentages, babe. Some men do, some men don't. But I do believe at a certain age, there's a higher percentage of men that want to be in a healthy relationship.
So, okay, so what is it that is, and this, you won't get in trouble for answering the question, okay?
In trouble.
I'll let you answer the
It's a
question.
trap, homie. It's a trap.
It's not a trap.
Yeah.
But what are really, in this day and time, what would be the advantages and disadvantages? Like, what is the reason why, aside from being immature, like, what are some real, even men and even women, what are some real issues that cause relationships to have serious problems because of the differences in the sexes? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, there are advantages to being single and being able to do whatever you want to do and not have to answer to nobody. But then when you're in a
Yes.
relationship, there are advantages to, somebody to sit down and talk to, it's not a casual thing. If you have, issues, you could talk to that person that's just dicking you down, you can't call them and be crying over what happened at work. Like they were like, "Want me to come over?" and that's it. So what I'm saying, like, what makes men want to go to the man cave or go to the sports bar and get away from their women? What is the part that really makes relationships headaches?
It's multiple things, man. Like you can't.
I know
Just okay,
that, but I'm
nagging.
just saying,
Okay,
give
being a
some
nag.
examples.
Okay, nagging, like nagging.
Like that, yes, let's get
Nagging
to the
is-
meat and bones of this
nagging
right here.
is nagging and being redundant and
Okay. Okay.
just stepping on your man's neck
Okay.
like that.
Okay.
What like what are you gonna get out of verbally abusing your man
Mm-hmm.
or emotion like or having an attitude or but that it comes with maturity also or communication again like for me as a man a nag like you already know I'm like a stallion horse if you keep putting your spurs up in me I'm gonna buck you off because I don't like nags a nag no.
All right, so that's one of your deal breakers. So if
No.
a woman is constantly
If you're a nag,
nagging
you're
you,
gonna
nagging
see-
you, nagging you.
you're gonna see me up in the air, clicking you off. And you're gonna
Okay.
be on the ground in the mud, and I'm gone.
I want to add to this.
All right, good.
Someone who can't be self-reliant. If you need
Okay.
me to do 100% of everything for you,
Uh-huh.
what
Yes.
good are you? You can't take care of the house without me being there. Then
Okay.
you'll never be a true
Yes.
person.
So,
Yes,
all right, that's a good point. But a lot of time, and I know
That's
that
a good one.
That is
That's
a good one. That is a good one.
Yes.
But
Yes.
okay, this
Being
is different. So you're saying being
Sufficient
too,
is a beautiful
It's
thing.
needed. It's
but you're
needed.
It's
so you're
needed.
saying
Yes, it
not to
is.
be too needy as a woman, not to be
Clingy.
too needy.
Needy.
All right.
There you go.
But sometimes it's not necessarily that we can't do anything. It's just that we want you to be.
You are
there
proving
with
our
us.
argument. You are being too needy. There you go.
Okay.
There
We
you go.
want
You
to
are
be
proving our
there.
argument.
Like we just
Okay.
we can do it. But can you sit right there
Will
like while I'm washing the clothes, come downstairs in the basement with me and talk to me while
I'm
I'm
just saying.
folding
Okay,
the clothes?
but you know
aside?
what? But that right there stops growth. Because
Yes.
if you're a power couple, let's just say,
Yes.
if you cannot be a part and achieve things that you need to do on a daily basis to take you to the next level, financially, household wise, even spiritually,
Ladies, I hope y'all taking notes. 'Cause
money-wise.
Y'all can't have this
Like-
one right here.
like how
find one like
if
him.
I'm out here
'cause-
grinding and you need me to be with you 24/7, you're messing up the paper.
Yes.
That's gonna be a problem when you start messing up a man's paper because you need him to be with you 24/7. Catch is gonna be overwhelmed. Then they're gonna break out.
All right, so they say that men sometimes they need men get to the point where they go ghost. Like they have to I've read articles and it tells you what to do when the man goes ghost. Like after a while or a couple of weeks or something. It might be a day or two period where your man is just like shutting down.
If he's going
You know what I'm
weeks,
saying?
Yeah, I was about to say.
If he's going weeks, he's over there laid up.
He's
pillow talking
somebody
with
else,
somebody else.
exactly.
What
like,
you
damn.
mean? So you
Yeah.
saying you can't even go weeks without?
No, you said
You
weeks.
disappear for weeks. Yeah, he
Oh,
was
no,
somebody
I
like,
wasn't saying disappearing for weeks. What I was saying is that there's a cycle where you know that your man needs a little bit. Ladies, this is what I'm saying.
everybody needs space.
Everybody needs space.
Yes.
Everybody needs space.
Yes.
But sometimes men need to get away from you to regroup and realize that he still wants to be with you.
Yes, because if it if it's a fight on the same topic,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just if everything else is good, but it's one topic, that's frustrating. A man is gonna be like, I'm not winning. She don't want to. And this is the thing, ladies. if he's 100 with you and he's telling you 100, like,
But why can't we can take on y'all's faults better than y'all can take on our faults. We can accommodate all your idiosyncrasies and your little flaws that y'all have better.
That's not true. Yeah, that's so not true.
I think you're being really woman chauvinist right now.
Yeah.
So when you did say if you can't be
I'm really feeling certain
by
kind of way, like, by
yourself.
that statement. Like, really?
If you can't be by yourself, but do you believe? Because again, and you might say this isn't true, but women, we have to hold down the kids. We can't be absentee parents a lot of times, and men have the luxury of parenting from outside of the home, and we know that this happens a lot. Okay,
I'll give you that.
So now, because women are not able to tell the kids, "I'll be back. I'll see you next weekend." Okay. A lot of times, psychiatrists have said that a man, or even Steve Harvey said, a man who is not financially stable or secure in himself or in where he is cannot hold down a relationship. He needs to go and get himself where he's comfortable in order to be in a relationship. Okay. Now, you guys have heard, I mean, I'm not talking.
I've heard that.
Yeah,
okay.
Well,
any
man wanted.
I'm sorry. I'm glad you might just be hired as my co-host. You doing good, man. Now, I mean, you want to take over? You want to run the show? All right, so
That's another
but
thing.
as I was saying,
Real niggas be like,
thought,
yo, she the boss anyway. You know, she the boss.
So
as you become a man, though, like I had clients in Florida. They was like, yo, Freddie, like she's the boss. A happy wife, I got a happy life.
Do you agree with that? Do you agree with that? But you didn't. We're gonna. That's the next one.
Yeah, let's go.
That's the next one.
Yes.
So, why is it that a woman, and maybe it is because we're used to juggling with the kids and juggling our careers, and we can't, step away. Do you honestly believe that we have a bigger capacity to be able to build and grow at the same time more than men are able to?
Yes, because you're women. Yes. Yes, that's why God took y'all from our rib. Y'all bear children. Like, yes, y'all.
So then we're stronger than you? That's what you're saying?
In a way, yes. And yes, I don't have a problem with saying that. Like, I was raised by women. But
is that fair? Is that fair that we have to go through the trenches
that's something you
while
need to talk to God with? Like,
yeah. At this point, it's society roles. If you're complaining about society roles that have been the way since the test of time, just as he said,
Look at the women in slavery,
right?
Like y'all wasn't complaining. Like now, like
wait, what?
Y'all was holding it down. I mean,
we're holding it down. Wait,
no, but like
hold on, man. All right.
Women have been solid since.
Finish that?
Yo, women have been solid since the beginning of time. Like, first of all, it's written.
But why we can't be the tree that's planted and y'all be the weeds that's withering?
See,
like that's not.
That's, no,
but,
see,
but no.
That's
right.
that
no,
new wave.
Y'all
need to
get.
I think I know where he was going with the slavery
all right,
thing.
Let's
hold on. Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Hold on. I think I know where he was
man.
going.
Take a breath.
It's been written. It's been written in the books that the black woman has been the woman of the household, like to be strong, to be head.
Yes.
Men make men make the children with the woman, and they go and they provide. They bring in the means for the woman, but you needed a strong woman to be in the household.
Bro,
and you've been that way.
I don't know which scripture it is, but I've heard it many times.
Oh, it's been said. Yeah, it's everywhere.
Can multiply.
Yeah.
It's written. But y'all have women out here now that y'all mad that you're multiplying. But it was written.
No, babe, we not mad that we're multiplying.
You just mad that you're taking on all the responsibility.
Understand, yes.
Okay.
We just want to understand how it is.
In today's society, it's changing. You can't keep that same view. Because you talk to these new young kids that are in their 20s having all these babies, you got a lot of dads, just raising it, and the moms is gone. So now
there are
your
more
point.
single fathers.
That's
okay.
a time and society thing. But to his point, it's been that way since the norm. Every culture, all right, I'm a couple women with this. Here you go.
Okay.
Yeah, to a point, you are strong.
Women are beautiful, man. Like y'all are like it's like I seen my mom. Like my mom, like she made something out of nothing, and she ain't like she would like. Look, strap them on my back, and I'm gonna make something out of nothing.
Yeah,
it's just women.
So, is there a level of animosity or jealousy or envy or that comes into play when a man, because we have a lot of successful, strong women that are single, and a lot of times they will say a man is intimidated by my strength, a man is doesn't know how to accept that I may make more money than him, or I may, what
I
I'm
think
saying?
that's false too.
Okay.
No, that's a
Okay.
boy. That's a boy.
It goes to the
Okay.
maturity of the man that
Okay.
they're dealing with.
That's a boy.
Because I want an equal like that.
Okay.
You making $100,000, I'm making okay. Well, our household should be great.
Or
Okay.
how about
Why
a
can't
woman making six figures,
Right.
and she put her man on, and
There
Right,
you go.
right.
There's
he has
nothing
But
wrong
a
with that.
lot-
and that's what I was just saying. There's
A
some
lot of
women out
women
here that
will
make
do
make
that,
men
but the man
kings.
will
Yeah.
not be able to accept that.
But that's a boy.
There you go.
Okay.
It plays to the maturity of the man that she's dealing
Yeah.
with.
Like,
All right.
So you just built up a boy, and he ain't ready to accept that. Now you got to go on and start to the next one, but you mad because you spend so much time with the
Well,
boy.
a lot of times though, you build up a man from a boy to a maybe not. There are levels of a
Okay,
man.
yeah.
There are levels of a woman. I mean, in all actuality,
True.
it goes both ways. It always goes both ways. But you build up someone, and then they have to take their new self somewhere else, because now you knew who they were before, or like
I get you.
somebody got to get brand new on you, because now they're in this new, like, we've seen movies on Lifetime.
So let me
the
ask you
woman
this.
helps the man go and become a doctor.
Let me
and
ask
then
you this.
He leaves her after she done quit her
So
career.
what is that woman more mad at? That she spent the time in investing in that family and that man?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm sure if he left her high and dry, she may get an alimony if he became a doctor.
Okay.
It ain't like she ain't getting, and I'm not saying financial gain may have
Right.
not been the thing. She may have thought it was going to be picket white fences for the life. But if a woman, especially a black woman, if she takes that time and builds that boy up, and he's still some mid-boy, not man, and he's like, you know what? I'm going to this chick, or whatever it is. What did you get out of it? It's like you said, it's a two-way street. And throughout those years that you spent with that person, you picked up, again, to his point, that energy. You knew shit was shaky. It's already, you knew it was like, these vibes ain't hitting out. Maybe I should focus on me more than focusing on his career.
Yes, so I think that at the end of the day, people are only going to do to you what you allow them to do to you. You have to take some responsibility after a while. Yeah, in the beginning, maybe you misunderstood what you were dealing with. But after you know what you're dealing with, if you decide to continue to deal with that, then you have to take some of the responsibility for the outcome.
Yes. And sometimes people grow apart.
Yeah.
You go to
That
different
too.
levels. You don't see eye to eye anymore. Sometimes people outgrow each other. And that's two people coming together as one. It happens. It's called a relationship. Sometimes things change. Sometimes you don't see eye to eye. Sometimes someone grows a little bit more. Sometimes people want something more than others. It's called a relationship. They're hard. They have to be worked upon. It's an honest statement. Communication is the key. Understanding.
Okay, so we know that there are different love languages, different people, the way that people receive and give love. Do you, Jeff, do you believe in counseling, like therapy? Do you think that if you're in a relationship with someone and Because even like I don't, and
So-
we're probably not gonna have time to talk about Dwayne Wade's son, but I did want to touch on the fact that if your child or if your mate comes to you with something that is not the norm, right?
Okay.
Do you just accept it, or do you try to find the root of the problem before you throw in the towel? Like, yes, you may have been with somebody for 5 years and you've been beating your head against the wall for 3 of them.
Yeah.
And you finally say, I can't take this no more. But what if you try some strategies before you throw in the towel? Because they say if you keep doing the same thing, you're going to get the same results. So do you think that counseling helps?
I think I believe in counseling. Counseling can help.
Mm-hmm.
Both parties need to be interested in counseling.
Yes, both parties need to.
It can't be like y'all want to
Right.
go, and he's like, nah, ain't nothing wrong with me. See you later. Don't ever hit me
Or
with that.
go and act
or
like
whatever,
he's
vice versa.
into it. And
You
he's
right,
not into it.
and sometimes in counseling you get the hard truth. Yeah, we shouldn't have been together. I slept with your sister, or whatever
Right.
it may be. I don't
Right.
know. Lord
Right.
knows. You know what I
Right.
mean?
To be totally, I was one of those like counseling. You think I'm going to a shrink? Or you think
It's
man,
yeah.
like, but as I became a man and I'm mature now,
There you go.
I'm like, you know what? It's good to have someone that's neutral to see the views,
Mhm.
Right.
to wake
Right.
up
Right.
both parties.
Right.
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 Because sometimes we do need someone else to wake us up or to see the different view.
Because even you can find out that we don't need to be together and save a lot of time, right?
Yeah.
Like you'll be like, look, all right, this is who you are, this is who I, or you can realize that because you can sometimes throw in the towel and then down the line you're like, what happened? We should have stayed together. We should have worked it out. You know what I mean? So you can find strategies and different ways to at least give it all possible options before you decide that, it's not what
I
you
believe
want.
that.
If you love the person.
But that's called love.
If you love
There
the
you go.
person.
That's called love.
Oh, see, we
There you go.
I love you, babe. Thank you for coming.
Aw.
Everybody, enjoy your Valentine's
Yes,
Day.
happy Valentine's Day.
Happy
Valentine's
Valentine's
Day.
Fellas, go pick, go get your girl something. Like, just enjoy. Y'all have a good one.
Yes.
Like, have
Thank
a good
you for-
Valentine's.
It does not
Tuning
need to
in.
be expensive.
It doesn't have
doesn't
to, be
need
expensive.
to be expensive.
No, it does not. Well, see, now you don't make me go
Small
on the
things
show.
do matter.
I mean,
Like,
what about, we're not going to get into the engagement ring thing. We'll do that another time. So you guys, thank you for tuning in to E Double Talk. I'm going to bring this man back on because I done popped the cherry. Now he's not a virgin anymore. You're not a virgin anymore. You are now a host on television.
That made me nauseous.
Oh, I mean, it's just an analogy. It's not. Yes, just come and pop my cherry then. All right. Good
See?
night.
What?